Alright everybody, a new series. We are doing Subnautica Below Zero. I'm super stoked for this. I love the original Subnautica, and oh wow, look at their mouths. Terrifying. It's kind of like if you ever seen like a loggerhead sea turtle mouth. It's got like they got teeth that grow in their throat. It's look, jeez. These little penguin creatures are terrifying. Anyway, but that's Subnautica. Like, everything looks cute and fuzzy, and then it opens its mouth, and you're like, holy God in heaven. It's such a good series. So, what is the deal with this? Is this an expansion? Is it a new game? A sequel? What is going on with it? Well, it started as a DLC, I believe, and then became standalone DLC, and now it is, let's see, I want subtitles on, just, you know, if people need it, especially if I'm talking and then you want to, like, get some of the story. Most of the story is told through, like, little, like, messages you pick up along the way. It's a very, like, smart way of doing it, I think, because, let's see, master volume, I'm gonna reduce this a little bit. So I don't know, I feel like it's gonna record pretty loud anyway. But I do want to hear some of the music. Maybe like 50. Yeah, cause oh man, the sound engineering on Subnautica is so good. Graphics, I don't think there's much to do with graphics. What's accessibility? Oh, we can scale PA pause. Huh. Lightning flashes, highlight interactable. I'm just looking for, and this troubleshooting. I don't really remember how to play Subnautica. It's been a very long time, so I was hoping I could get like a little tutorial option, but I don't know. Anyway, let's jump into it. Start a new game. Oh, a lot of different options here. I don't need hardcore. No, thank you. I hate like investing a lot of hours in a game and then just dying. Like, I get that some people love the challenge of it, but not for me. Creative, boring. Freedom, no. I want hunger and thirst and stuff. Okay. Survive alone on 4546B while investigating the death of your sister. Cool. Oh god, I love their art team. Like, look at this. Doesn't this remind you of Homeworld? And look how cute little penguin monster is. Oh man. Now there's a ton of little story scenes and stuff, and there's one coming up. So I'm gonna let it play and sip on my coffee while it happens, because I don't want you to miss it. But yeah, it's an open world survival on an alien planet that is largely a water planet. It has a couple continents, but I think it's mostly islands. So, the original game, you were in the water pretty much the whole time, which is a really cool idea. I'm a scuba diver, and it felt a lot like actual scuba diving, like, especially if you get the opportunity to play it virtual reality wise. Like, yeah, like, they did a really good job with all the floating. Like, it feels like you're under the ocean, and they did a really good job with the paving. Like, you don't see the fish. The fish look like fish the way they swim around. They're not like going in straight lines or anything. Like, it's really, really well done, and it's a small indie team made in Unity, which is all the more impressive, you know, to get a game of this high of quality with just a few individuals working on it. So, oh, look at the little penguin fall down. The loading bar is kind of cute. But yeah, so, like, if you didn't catch the first one, basically, you arrive on this planet, you're like an employee of a mega corporation, Altera, and your ship crash lands on the planet, and there's all kinds of little mysteries going on with it, but you discover that the whole planet is in quarantine, because it's infected with the coronavirus. Now, that isn't much of a spoiler. You learn that, like, right away in the story. The other element is that, well, the coronavirus killed off the previous civilization on the planet, which were highly advanced. I got pressed button in a minute, but Yeah, highly advanced, like, machine consciences. So the coronavirus, it's almost like the protomolecule from the Expanse. Like, it can infect, it's like a nanovirus, right? It can infect machine parts, it can infect humans, any organism can be infected by Kara. And it doesn't so much kill as it's like it transforms in a way. Like, I suppose it could be deadly if it gives you, like, the wrong kind of mutations, but that's the gist of it. Like, there's a lot more to the story. I'm not going to give it all away, but, you know, you find out there is intelligent life out there in the universe, and they've got a really nasty potential bioweapon. And so the sequel, what has happened is Altera, learning all these facts, is very interested in the Kara virus and studying it, and studying just the ecology of this planet is partially engineered. So they're trying to, like, learn all about this strange water world. Anyway, so you'll get the gist of it as we go along. But that is the setup from the first game. So this one, like I said, it started as like an expansion, turned into a standalone expansion, turned into a sequel. I'm gonna call it a sequel at this point. It's got enough of like its own story, and it's like a full game in its own right. It's funny though; it doesn't fully feel like a sequel. I played it off camera a little bit just to like kind of like get a taste, you know. And it's like the reason I don't call it like a full sequel is it still feels like they're reusing a lot of the old ideas from the first game, but with some new flavor and twists added to it. So I don't know if you could call it a proper sequel. It's almost like it's kind of like a standalone story within their universe, but still using like very similar engine, and like the UI hasn't changed. Like you know, like I said, it started off as going to be a DLC. They realized it was getting too big to sell as a DLC and make a profit, and so they made a standalone DLC, whatever that is supposed to mean. And then they finally decided, no, it's going to be its own fully fledged game. I think that change happened because the original writer, he walked off the project. I don't know the nature of that. I don't know if he just was offered a job somewhere or wanted to like move on. You never know. Like, it might not have been a malicious thing. And so they lost the original writer, and they ended up having to get a new one. And the new guy's like, look, I don't want to just finish this story that this guy started. I want to start from scratch and make this like a full-fledged open world, not RPG, but you know, it's an open world base builder type game, adventure game, I guess is the way I would classify it. Anyway, and so at that point they decided, that's fine, you know what, we've been developing this enough that we feel it deserves it to be its own game. So that's the story of Subnautica Below Zero as I understand it. I haven't really like looked at all the drama behind these decisions or what the motivation was exactly, but yeah, it's Subnautica's. I'll call it a sequel, but it doesn't fully feel like a full sequel. It's more like a side story, kind of like how Half-Life Alyx wasn't really like Half-Life 4 or whatever, or Half-Life 3. I don't even know what number they're supposed to be on because the Half-Life games kind of stopped. Anyway, let's jump into this, shall we? There's a little like sequence here. I'm going to sip my coffee during it so you can enjoy it without my annoying voice over the top. Here we go.
This is the farthest that I can take you on company space bucks, Robin. You sure you want this? The research isn't everything.
It is to me and Sam. We need to know what happened.
The meteor storm.
I can use it for cover from Altera's eyes.
Gonna miss you, Robin.
I'll find my way back.
Alright, so Robin is sister of Sam, who was employed by Altera to research this planet. And she was told your sister died, and actually you got paid for her.
46 feet. Surface temperatures.
And so she's like, no, none of that. I'm going to go sneak aboard a Altera ship, get down there, and see what actually happened here. Now, you are a xenobiologist. Like, you were actually meant to do like first contacts and study alien psychology. So, like not only are you trying to like investigate what happened with your sister, but okay, now I think we're still not in control yet. But you also like you're excited to learn more about what they call the artificers, the aliens that built the planet. Still not in control. Okay, now I am. And this looks interesting, right? Maybe shook a little bit. Whoa! I hope that didn't scare anybody. So I'm trying to remember all the controls now. WASD, of course. E and Q. Oh, did I get burned there? Oops. Oh, right, meteor shower. We gotta get out of here. Now, we should definitely, in any survival situation, oh god. In any survival situation, you should check your surroundings for any usable. I don't want to waste the flare though. How do I? That's how you throw it. That's not what I want to do. Pick up flare and put it away. Filtered water, that's important. Okay, press tab. Let's open the PDA. I'm gonna... Oh, that was kind of fun. Once you put it away, it was like... Whew. Anyway, yeah, we'll just scour this a bit, like, get these flares. They're not terribly useful, like, you get better lighting pretty fast, so... main reason for flares is... Oh, right, I forgot. I can freeze to death out here. And it's actually happening, so... Oh. That's kind of cool. Shake their hand. But these flowers over here... Nice and warm. Nice and toasty. Yeah, that's... like I said, I did like a little tiny bit in the very beginning, just off the camera. These nutrient blocks and stuff, like, I don't know if there's much else in the starting area. And meteorites are getting a little bit intense, so it's something that I'll watch out for. They're really pouring down, huh? I'm a lady on a mission, and like, it's kind of fun. Like, I like that they made female main character. I think she's Indian or like African. I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, she's a foxy, dark-skinned lady. Like, I don't know if that's allowed anymore these days. Okay, so is that the way I want to go? Because it looks like there are... Oh god, I'm freezing again. Okay, there are two entrances. What does this one do? I never went down this way. Okay, let's do... God, okay, I get what you're saying. It's cold. Now, one weird thing about
Holy
this...
smokes! That did not go as planned. I should find a way into the water and get to the drop pod.
Sounds good to me. What was my character's name? Sam? I think I was... Either I'm Sam or I'm looking for Sam. I don't remember. Like... Oh god, I've already forgotten my character's name. Yeah, these little, like, weird eye creatures. They're... So, one of the main, like, game mechanics in this is... You are basically, like, obviously the obvious, like, survival mechanics, but oxygen is like a big factor too. And so temperature is, oh, look at the little penguins over there. Oh, that's cute. We're definitely gonna have like a penguin ranch. Okay, and into the water. Now this is weird. You would think that going into the water would freeze you to death, like, immediately, but it doesn't. Okay, and so boomerangs are from the first game, and they are food. So
new creature discovered.
Don't want to release them or anything like that. I do want to catch them though, because we need to eat. The other hoopfish, or whatever they're called, bladderfish. These guys, they look like little kind of balloons.
New creature discovered.
Very important. That is the source. Oh, look at them frolicking. I didn't want that.
Oxygen.
Oh god, oxygen. Yeah, oxygen is definitely a major factor in this. Like, you gotta, like, I do have the warning set so that I'll know. Okay, I definitely want these little. See, they swim like actual fish though. Like, I love that. Like, they did a really good job with the swarm physics too. Like, all in all, oh, I'm gonna get you. Now this is a peeper. They're like a really good food source early on. But yeah, look at how. Oh god, they Subnautica team.
New
They knew what they
creature
were doing.
discovered.
I can release these fish, but why would I ever do that? They're my lunch.
Oxygen.
Oxygen, dang it. And, oh, I saw, yeah, there you are. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you, and I'm gonna eat you. You're mine.
New creature discovered.
Lots of fish. And yeah, you can get aquarium. Look how beautiful it is already. I mean, obviously, like, I don't get why the water's warmer than the surface, but well, the real reason is game mechanics, but...
Found the drop pod.
Found the drop pod. Sweet. That's storage. Let's go ahead and make some sustenance. Like, water, you get filtered water from the bladderfish. The idea is, like, they've got, like, skin, I guess, that is really, like, porous or something, and like you can filter the ocean water and get food. And cooked fish lasts longer than raw fish. I think it dries you out a little bit, but that's fine. You want to cook it, it will spoil, so you gotta be aware of that, but you get better ways to get water in the future. So let's see, personal, like stuff we want to work on. First we need to get a knife. And this is nice. This is a new thing. We can actually pin that. It used to be you couldn't pin it. We'll want a flashlight as well. And definitely the scanner. Scanner is probably the first thing we should get, actually. So, let's see. Basic materials. Seed clusters. We can't get that till we have a knife, because you need knives to harvest creep vine. Glass is just quartz things lying on the ground. And battery, ribbon plant, and... Okay, so now we got, like, the basic ideas of what we need. Let's get to hunting, shall we? And I'm going to try to limit these. I'm not going to do, like, a long episode at first. Okay, and here's a little tutorial going off.
Should be able to use this.
Should be able to use this, yes. And this is, like, very temporary base. Like, you do eventually get, like, a builder that you can, like, do a lot with. Okay, let's find some creep vine over here. And what we're looking for are these little, like, seed things that grow on the creep
Oxygen.
vine. Okay, oxygen. I also should get an emergency bladder. That's they're useful early game, and then they're one of those things that if you build early game makes your life so much easier, but you don't really need after the very beginning of the game. So, you know, it's sort of like a thing that, should I build it, should I not, that kind of thing. But, yeah, air bladders are useful until you get better air tanks. Okay, here's some creep vine clusters. Let's grab a few.
New blueprint synthesized.
Might as well grab all of them off of this. Okay. Now one more. Come on. They look like... Oh, my inventory is full.
Oxygen.
Oxygen, of course. And I will eat and drink, but I'm gonna hold off on that until I get back to the ship. No, I shouldn't. Let's see, E? Was it I? Oh god, how do I open my inventory? It wasn't tab, was it? Actually it was, okay. Let's, consume. Oh, it's already old? Wow, okay. I'll eat all the old fish. Okay. And, tab again.
Well, Sam, I guess I might as well gather some tools and resources before starting my search.
Yep.
Hope that radio tower is as easy to spot as Lil said.
Alright, let's get it. I need a... Oh, I know. Let me get this bladderfish. I have enough oxygen. I can do it. Get him. Okay. And see, like, you can hold the fish. Oh god, don't black out. Barely made it. Oh, did I throw it on the ground? I didn't think so. Okay. Minerals galore. I'll listen to these personal logs eventually. So let's Alright, first thing first, I don't want to use up that flare. Use the fabricator, resources, basic materials. Let's get... I will need lubricant, but not straight away. And it's fairly easy to get more creepvine clusters. So let's make a whole bunch of the silicone rubber, because I need that for just about everything early game. And when I need lubricant, I can go back and get it. The other thing we gotta find is like we're low on minerals right now is the main thing. So I can actually make a knife. That's good. I will, because I need that for tools, survival knife. And I think I can make an air bladder as well. Yeah, which I will. Air bladders are nice. Basically, they're like little emergency evacuation
If you are tired of
things.
hearing the word oxygen, the air bladder provides a significant upward thrust to help you get to air faster.
And some fins. So the way this thing works is like you it makes you float to the surface when you use it. I don't remember it having like this charge requirement, but that's probably a change that they've done. Okay, oh, escape, tab. Let's get equipped. Those are our blueprints. So I want this. I don't want it to be the main thing. I don't really want the flare on here at all. I don't use them. Well, I'll use them early game, and then like probably get rid of them. It's good for distracting predators, but not much else. Oh, I still have a creepvine seed cluster, so I will make the lubrication. Equip the fins. Okay, this is the one thing though about Subnautica is the actual the inventory system can be a little bit of a pain sometimes. Okay, why don't you make waterproof locker? I actually would like that eventually. More silicone rubber, or let's get another silicone rubber. You tend to use that a lot early game, and if we get extra, we get extra. You know, we can just always toss it. Alright, have some fins, so I think we are good there. Fins just obviously make you swim faster. So I could use the flare to like look around, like have light, but okay, now these hoopfish can't escape me. I want my knife. There we go. Ooh. I need some of these. This is one reason like swimming at night can be good. Like a lot of the stuff is
Ribbon forms
bioluminescent.
contain electrolytic materials that can be used in energy storage.
Oh, I missed them. Come back. See, they're good. They're good at like evading you. Oh, okay. Here, let's use this. Boom, and away you go. And then just no. Back to the knife, please. Now I could murder some of these fish, but yeah, I was trying to be like a little nice to the environment, you know. Okay, I do want copper. Good. Yeah, we're gonna need a lot of copper, like throughout the whole game. You need it. Copper, titanium, and glass are probably the three ingredients that you use the most. Oh, I don't have a scanner yet.
Oxygen.
Send. Zoom. Whoa! You get really up in the air too. It's kind of fun. Let's see, can I hit 1, 2 and stuff? Yeah, okay. And the deeper you go, the faster you use up oxygen, which is why you need like your tank. Can I slash at this? Get some creepvine.
New blueprint synthesized.
Inventory full. Alright, I might have enough to get the scanner. Scanners are
Oxygen.
important. Main reason being, that's how you learn about the environment. It's a very like, it's a good system, if I'm being honest, of like, let's see, I need to get battery, perfect. That's kind of nice. Like, the old way to get batteries was, kind of convoluted and annoying, so I'm glad that they've made it just slightly easier. Okay, personal tools. Scanner, beautiful. This is a very, very important
All right,
tool.
I have a scanner.
You might be like, well, how can a scanner be so important? But it's like you learn so much about like the world with the scanner. Okay, and I caught the bladderfish for a reason, and I'm trying to remember what that reason was. I should also, like, I don't need all these flares, they take up a lot of inventory, and I just don't. Click, click, click. I'll keep the one on me. Like, they're useful for spooking some early, like, there's some predators that you kind of don't want to get you early on. I swear I needed the silicone rubber for something. I made a ton of it, too. Is it equipment? First aid kit. Compass would be nice. Standard. Ah, that's why I wanted it. I need more titanium, though. We'll get the oxygen tank soon enough. Cooked bladderfish, not a great idea. Filtered water, though, good idea. Let's see. So I'm gonna need a wiring kit, which is copper ore, and ooh, silver ore. They changed it. It used to be copper wire plus more titanium got you the wiring kit. I mean, they have, like I said, they for the most part, it's similar to the old Subnautica, but some of the recipes have been optimized and just all this stuff. So, okay, now we can. Okay, yeah, we see it's beautiful. Can I scan, please? Okay, it's right click. But yeah, like twisted mandrake. Like you can learn all about the different species. Like you can just be a scientist, you know. Hold still. Hold gum. Scanning the fish takes forever sometimes. But sometimes scanning is useful because you'll like learn like, oh, this fish does something cool. Yeah, you know, like. Okay, 3. Let's work on getting get all the way to the top, please. Okay, 1 or 2 actually, because we're scanning stuff. Also, this stuff is made out of some crazy alloy. Like it doesn't. Oh, I can scan it. Yeah, you want to scan minerals too, because that is how you get later on like mineral detection type stuff. Like you got a little like tool that's basically like, oh, I can help you find that, and if you scan the minerals, then you can just like track it basically. Oh, that was a cute little spin. Hold on, Peeper. Come on.
Oxygen.
Oh my god. Still. There we go. Oh, now I'm gonna eat you. Never mind. Yeah, you'll learn all kinds of stuff about the environment, and just some of it's really useful. Like, you learn how to fight different animals. Oh, I thought you could scan this, maybe. Guess not. And it gives you little, like, game hints and stuff, basically. So, now I do need a lot more titanium. Oh god, these guys are annoying. So these are called sea monkeys. They're horrible. They like to steal your things. No.
Oxygen.
Oh god, he's coming for me. Sad. Still coming for me? I don't see him. Okay. Yeah, sea monkeys are not great. I mean, they're not so awful that it's like impossible to work around them. They just copper. That's good. It's more of those electrolyte plants too. Okay, I can get mushroom samples.
Oxygen.
Oh god, I really need to get that tank, and I haven't got any titanium yet. The other neat thing about the scanners, if you scan technology and you already know how to build it, then you get a lot of titanium. It's like a payout, which is kind of nice. See, I know my Subnautica stuff. It's a very simple game to learn, and like, just, it's very relaxed, like, and nice. I don't know how else to describe it. Oh, sorry, scratch my nose. But especially, imagine this is virtual reality. It's just, yeah, it's very calm, very peaceful, very zen. Alright, I might grab you and eat you. Oh, he swam away when I said that. Oh, peeper. If they're gonna come at me, I'm gonna take advantage. Alright, so let's, oops, start it. I want to enter you, not slash you. I don't know if that's better or worse. Nah, we don't want that. We want standard O2 tank. Beautiful.
Adding additional blueprints to your databank.
Floating air pumps.
The
I
standard
don't
oxygen
love them.
tank can be
They're
upgraded
very
for deluxe and
expensive,
VIP breathing.
titanium-wise. Do you see that? So another big feature of this is that everything is... Oh, I wanted food. So basically, corporations took over the galaxy, and they're very like greedy, and well, you saw there how he's just kind of like, yeah, we give the VIP, like, if you want good air, you need to be VIP and pay extra each month. So that's just kind of the horrific reality we live in. Tools, repair tool, we don't need straight away. You need it once you get vehicles and stuff. And oh yeah, there are a ton of vehicles. Now, I need the copper wire for a wiring kit, question mark? What was I doing with the wiring kit? Nobody knows. I should probably also get a flashlight. Get making some glass. What was I? There was some important piece of equipment. I mean, compass is nice, but it's not essential. I guess I need another battery for the flashlight. And once I have that, I can get rid of the flares. I got the tank. I'm flabbergasted. There was definitely something else I was thinking of getting. Let's look at storage. Solar, copper ore, golden spongy. Old bullseye shroom piece. Okay, so I should eat that before it goes from old to stale. Consume. Drink water. All right, that gets us up to. I guess at this point, I'll store the glass. I should definitely back to game, please. So, because anything like refined materials, we don't really need to hold. We just store everything in there for now. Can I still make this into? I know what the issue is. Like, I need like one. I keep hitting escape when I need to hit that. Okay. I can probably drop that, actually. Let's, drop its rod and takes up a ton of inventory. Inventory management is kind of a challenge on this, but also pretty essential. Okay, I guess we're just gonna get more supplies. Like, we got most of what we need to start off with. So... what I could probably do is listen to the logs, and I feel like it gives you a location, or something. It's like a breadcrumb, is how I would describe it. Oops, don't slash it, pick it up. Don't slash, just pick it up. Yeah, gotcha. Gotcha, my darling. Delicious darling. But yeah, like later on, like you can get, like food becomes, it's amazing how much food, like, humans eat in the future, I guess. And you can see already we're benefiting from having that tank. Oh, I can scan these.
Oxygen.
Okay, I should probably get up to the surface. I should use my bladder. I was way deeper than I thought. Alright, I'm going back down there because that shelf coral looked worth scanning too. Alright, and I'm thinking the way I'm going to handle scans and logs and stuff is that's how we'll end the episode, going over like the new information that we just unlocked. So, oh man, I really want to get back to scuba diving at some point. I actually like I'm a serious scuba diver. I literally at one point was trying to be a marine biologist, and I did a work study program on Roatan, Honduras. We tracked lionfish populations. Oh, here we go. Sea glide fragment. So you find these fragments of technology, and you scan, and you get like a little bit of a. Oh, I haven't scanned the fish yet. Come back here. Come back here. Now I'm gonna eat you. But yeah, like.
All Terra supply cache nearby.
Oh, really? Where? That's something I'm interested in. Now, there will be sea monkeys around here. If they steal your junk, you can kind of just swim after them and hopefully grab it out of their hand. So that's just like a thing to understand that you can do.
30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Click. A big launch. Okay. Yeah, see, that tool's handy early on. Late game, though, like, obviously you can't use it from the bottom of the ocean to get to the top of the ocean. That's just not going to fly. Oh, coral bridge. Here we go. I tried scanning one of these earlier, and I was like, nope, can't do it. But you totally can. Oh, well. Maybe that one just was bugged. Titanium, very good. I guess, silver. Or no? So Galena should have silver and lead, right? So this is kind of where we want to be if we want to get a wiring kit. Grab mine. So these things are used for setting up kind of nets for fish. I see you there, grab mine fragment. Basically, you put them on the ground and they're like, they pull.
30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Yeah, the air bladder is very useful early on. I do recommend it early on. Later, we'll just not even bother with it. Because, I mean, later you have such big tanks, like, oxygen is a lot less of an issue. Man, these things are so durable, though. Like, the scanner, it's a delicate piece of equipment, but you can just, like, totally... Yeah, okay, sea monkey nest. These are things I was looking for. Because they're always full of random bits of technology. The sea monkeys, they really like to scan it, sure, and then replenish my oxygen. But yeah, like they're grabby, so they grab technology and they throw in their nest. I guess they like shiny things. I'm not entirely sure about sea monkey behavior. Oh, I need to scan the outcrops, yeah. Was that lithium? It might have been lithium. Which is fine. Well, lithium's another one that you need a lot of. It tends to go like... It's a very typical thing, you know, like in games where... Some titanium, sure thing.
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
The stuff that you use early on. Okay, I definitely want to come back for those ribbon plants because I need a ton of batteries. It is kind of fun to like fly up. I seen you, ribbon plants. You're not getting away. Should probably scan them if I haven't. Very good. But yeah, early game, it's all about like boosting your oxygen and all that good stuff. But I think for now, we're at about 40 minutes here. I think I have enough to build some batteries, get the flashlight, and then we'll end the episode by listening to whatever things we've picked up. So let me check my water. Okay, might as well consume. Alright, fabricator. First thing first, feed me. Feed me hoopfish. Now, the cooked stuff lasts like 2 minutes. That's the one unrealistic thing about this game is, like, you eat a tremendous amount of food. Like, you're just constantly snacking. And I'm not sure... Okay, I know I need at least one battery in order to get... Oh, I need some glass. I had some glass, but we might as well make some more. Use a ton of glass and titanium anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. Okay, now deployable. No, I don't want to. I do want the sea glide though. Oh, I haven't unlocked it fully. I got the ground mine. Well, ground mines, they're so-so. Honestly, flashlight's good though. There are some parts of the map are so dark you can't really see anything, so it's worth having. I guess at this point we're trying to like scan sea glide and scan the mobile vehicle bay and all that. So we probably will need a waterproof locker at some point, but I think our storage is doing all right for now. Okay. We got the flashlight in there. The flares, we probably no longer need the flares. I'll put the ribbon plants away too. Okay, good. Already old. I just cooked this peeper. Okay. Well, might as well eat it. Smoke them if you got them. Okay, my food's full. I don't really see the point of... And later on, you get the ability to, like, salt fish and everything. So, it's not that big of a deal. Okay, we can unpin some of these. Now that I kind of know what goes into them, or I built the thing. I do want to get a repair tool, so I'll have that pinned. Compass is why we need the wiring kit. Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't mind getting a compass, if I'm being honest. They just sit in your HUD, and it gives you extra information about where you are in the environment. Table coral is going to be tough to get. It's much rarer. It used to be everywhere, right, in the original Subnautica, but... Okay, beacons. Okay, so we know we want to get to this emergency supply pod. Photo manager, press... Oh, yeah, you can take photos. Okay, let's start with day one. Oh, are these... Okay, these are just like the little like message things that you say. So it's
All
not...
Terra supply cache nearby.
Okay, yeah, it's not...
All Terra supply cache nearby.
I just wanted you to hear that twice, I guess. Data bank is with the logs and communications. Sam. Okay. Here's what triggered this whole mess.
I want to offer my sincerest condolences on the passing of your sister. I got to know Sam better towards the end of my mandate with Altera on 4546B, when we were thrown together as basemates at Outpost Zero. She spoke often and fondly of you. I thought you should know, it didn't sit right with me when Altera blamed Sam's death on negligence. The Samantha Ayu I met was many things. Kind, clever, devoted to her work, but never negligent. I wish I could offer you something more substantial, but my access to information has been cut off. You may be in a better position to look into things than I am. If you're able to, Delta Station was our HQ. They were in a big hurry to leave, and there might still be information to be found there. It has a big radio tower, impossible to miss. I hope you find the answers you seek. Lillian Bench.
Alright, so she's kind of nice giving this... So we got this message from this girl saying that, hey, you should look into things, because it's BS. They're making stuff up. Okay, so I guess there's no... It's not a recorded message, so it's a letter that you got. An email. Notice of death. Dear Mrs. I.O. On behalf of Zeta Landon, 4546B, Robotics Section Leader, and Indra Cormac, President of Altera Transgov. They call them Transgovs, but it's like Transnational Corporation Government. They're mega corporations, basically. I regret to inform you of the death of Samantha. She died on planet blah 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 4546b. Regrettably, as a result of injuries sustained in an accident arising from her own negligence. Please allow me to communicate the most profound condolences for the loss of your sister. While further details are unavailable at this time, you will receive contact from the Department of Insurance and Recuperation concerning your responsibilities as next of kin with regards to repayment of damages and legal fees. So not only are they telling you, hey, your sister's dead, but you gotta pay all her bills. So of course you're gonna freak out. Like, if you have any questions, you may file form blah blah blah, and your query will be addressed in sequential order. Sincerely, Emmanuel de Yarnans, jerk of the whole galaxy, Altera Transgov. So yeah, like, not only is your precious, like, I think it's your older sister, like, your sister's gone, and these jerks are saying, yeah, you owe us money. It's like the lawyer showing up at the family funeral with flowers just to tell you that you have a subpoena. You know, they're jerks. Anyway, Sam missed
Robin, guess what?
Robin,
I got the job. I'm going to 4546B. Now I'll be able to improve the mechanical avian amphibian under real-world stress conditions. Listen, I know your stance on Altera, but I just hope you're happy your sis is happy. I sure hope my sis is happy. I can't wait till we talk again. Oh, I wanted to ask you something. Can you watch my Augie while I'm away? I need someone I can trust to look after my best little potato. Potato? Listen, I tried, but that name is just not sticking. He's my little Oxtrabite. I'll leave the starchy tubers nicknames to you. Anyway, if you say yes, thanks, baby sis. Love you.
So, another kind of feature of this universe, I guess is what you would call it, is that they found planets with life, but they found no intelligent life, so far as I can tell. Like it was a big deal in the first Subnautica game that they found technologically advanced aliens. Like, it was a big deal. I think there are a few. It's almost like what is that series of books? Oh darn, it's on the tip of my tongue. There's a really great science fiction series, and the idea is, like, humans get out there and they find all these ruins of alien civilizations, but no humans. I mean, no actual surviving, like, there's our sister, Samantha. Yeah, we're definitely, like, we got, like, a American Southern accent, kind of. Well, I don't want to call it urban accent, but you know what I mean. Like, I think we're American ladies, so. Or what used to be America, and then went out into space. Anyway.
4546B to Robin. Come in, Robin.
She kind of sounds like she's from Chicago.
Remember when we used to play old-timey Space Explorer? This is kind of like that, but it's even harder to communicate. Well, let's see. I got your last message. Altera is not, as you put it, all-terrorizing me.
That's a pretty good pun.
Things are going well. My project has a new name. Say goodbye to the mechanical avian amphibian, and hello to spy penglings. We're training the bots to mimic the creatures. Check out the photo. And I think I'm kind of seeing someone. I know it's not like me to just find a date, let alone on a mostly uninhabited water planet, but actually, you know what? Forget I said anything. Yeah, it's probably not even a real thing, but anyway, I'm sorry to hear XenoWorks might be strapped in the revenue department. Sounds like they still have you busy Xeno working, though. I know there's no way to guarantee an alien intelligence startup will succeed, but you've put so much into it. I hope they find a way to keep going. I know how much it means to you, getting to work at a small place where you have control over your research. All right, I gotta go. Later, baby sis. Love you.
All right. So, yeah, like, there are alien intelligences in Subnautica, but as I understand it, they're very weird, and humans have trouble, like, figuring out how to communicate with them. But they're not really, like, technological. It's like the, so I don't remember the name of the book, but the in the book, they had a Sea of Consciousness. If you played Stellaris and you've gotten that event, it's based on this series of books. I will try to like look it up later, but like I'll put a note in the on the video like after I look it up. But yeah, in this book, basically there are intelligent aliens, but they're so weird and different mentally that it's almost impossible to communicate with them. And oftentimes they're not really technological; they're just different. Like one of the aliens is an ocean that is conscious. It has no technology, but if you go swimming in it, it will eat your brain and then give you a gift and then give your brain back. Like it basically makes a copy of you that becomes part of the ocean of consciousness and then puts you back together again. That's kind of what's going on in this series. Like most of the aliens are just so weird and so out there that you can't really do much with them. You know, it'll be stuff like creatures that live on the surface of a neutron star or gaseous clouds that are able to talk, but they only speak in weird riddles and we don't know the language. You know, that kind of stuff. At least that's my understanding. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Like, it's been a while since I played the original, but I remember there was like a blurb about that saying like this might be the first alien that actually has technology like how we build it. I don't know. There was something about like a war in the past. Like there's like little messages like this kind of give you a hint of the.
Hey, Robin, I got your Augie photo. Thanks so much for taking care of him, even though he's a cranky potato. Hey, the nickname actually fits that way. A cranky potato. I know he can be a handful, but I really appreciate it. I'm a bit worried about my other baby, the mission. One of my penglings found something big. But Altera is just like nothing to see here. Honestly, kind of glad you can't answer so you can't, rub it in my face. Go ahead, bask in the fact that you were a little bit right about them. My project is on the line. My job, my safety. I heard about Xenoworks getting bought. I'm sorry. But at least you still have your job. Guess you're one of us now. Like it or not, welcome to the Altera family. I should probably go before I say something I regret. Love you. Keep your chin up. Eye on the alien prize.
All right, so clearly she found something big, and the higher ups just just don't tell anyone about that. Just shut up. So yeah, like. And I think I know what the big thing is that she found. Anyway, this is also this is a red flag if you're interviewing anywhere, and they say, "Oh yeah, we're like a family." No, okay, work is not your family. Your family is family. And if a corporation is trying to tell you that they're going to be like a family, that's basically code for. We are going to make you work overtime and be here all the time and feel obligated to put us before anything else. So shy away from that. Like, it's not a friendly thing for them to be saying that, and it's not a realistic. Your relationship to your job, realistically, is not a family relationship. It's a transaction. And if you're working in a corporation that pretends like that's not the case, that's a red flag. That means that they're not respecting that your work and your family are separate. So yeah, you should be very put off by that. And I know some corporations probably do that just because some management style firm told them, no, you gotta do it that way, and whatever. But the ones that are serious about that, they're like, yeah, we're like family and blah blah blah. Watch out for them. Honestly, this is not. that's definitely a bad thing to hear during an interview. Anyway, well, we'll listen to more of Sam's messages, and I'm gonna call.
Hey, Robin. I'm sorry, my last message was so awful. I've been under a lot of stress. I'm not sure what's going on with anything. I can't really talk about it either. Oh, and I'm definitely not dating anyone on this water planet. Don't know what I was thinking there. Have I told you how cold it is here? Get this. I can't even get my wash and go dry before the wind freezes the moisturizer in my hair. Wild, right? Well, anyway, I'm sure you're mad at me after what I said, but I could really use a friend. You're my sister. I love you. I'm sorry.
Oh, hang in there, Sam. These messages, some of them, I get a little emotional about, That's, knowing that Sam is dead and listen, God, think about that situation. Of course you would keep these messages. It's kind of like the last way to remember your sister.
Hey, Robin. I really need someone to know. I'm afraid something terrible is gonna happen. You were completely right about Altera, okay? You were right. I was wrong. The cat should be called Potato. I admit it. Sorry. Bad attempt at a joke. I don't know what to do. I guess I should just come out and say it at this point. I've said this much already. We found a frozen Leviathan that's infected with Kara. Altera thinks they can use it for something. Weapons, experimental treatments, a whole range of things. But one end of the range is ugly, dangerous, but profitable, of course. What if it gets out while we're messing around with it? Or worse, what if it ends up a bioweapon in the wrong hands? I hope I'm overreacting, but I don't think I am. Anyway, message me back, please. Could really use a friend. You're my sister. I love you.
All right, so the Leviathans are, I don't know, if at this point, if you haven't played the original Subnautica, okay, a little spoiler alert. So remember how I was saying, we've never really met aliens, and it was a big shock to see the what do they call them, the artificers, or I forget. I forget now. But it was a big shock to see that, oh wow, there actually are technologically advanced aliens. Well, the Leviathans are the natives of this planet that we're on, and they are kind of like gods. They're psychologically powerful and, vast beings, and they are not the same thing as the artificers. If anything, the artificers were their jailers. And so, just imagine almost a Cthulhu type thing, right? These creatures, they could be very, very powerful and very, very dangerous, or they can be your best friend, depending on how you treat them. And that's the thing, with the Leviathans on here, they're just beyond human comprehension with their mental powers. And they never built technology, because why would you? They can control, the universe with their mind, so they don't need technology. Whereas the artificers are kind of like what humans could eventually become. They're cybernetic. They have everything's based on computer chips and all that for them. So one is almost like a synthetic extension alien, and the other is like a psionic extension alien. And the two were kind of fighting over control of this planet, because, well, the Leviathans, it's interesting, I'll just say this, it's interesting that a Leviathan would be infected with Kara, that virus I was talking about, because they're not supposed to be capable of being infected with it. So something's going on with that. That's interesting to see. But every so often we'll sit down and do some logs and I guess we can, the research ones and survival and stuff, these are just really short, so maybe we can get through a few more of these. And I'm going to call this an episode. It's been about an hour. The length of this one's going to be probably between 30 minutes to an hour. Depending on what's going on, if there's some big story stuff, we might play a little bit longer each week. I don't know. I think, like...
I was a little nervous about dropping into an unknown area, but luckily, this biome seems to have an abundance of minerals I can use for tools and upgrades. I didn't want another situation like Bazantos 5. When Xenoworks dropped me off, there were barely any resources. I survived off the land for 3 months with just a knife, my lucky PDA, and some rope. I am still kind of proud of that, though.
That's fun. Yeah, so Robin is a real, like, can-do spirit type.
In goes a battery and titanium, out comes a scanner. Every xenobiologist's favorite tool. This planet has some fascinating flora and fauna, and I can't wait to learn about them. This will also give me access to a greater tool set. I'm assuming Altera left behind tech that I can scan for blueprints. That should make surviving and exploring out here a bit easier. Don't worry, Sam. I haven't forgotten I'm here for you. But it can't hurt to do a little research on the side, right? I know you would have done the same. I will find out what happened to you. I promise.
Alright. I just realized we're potentially going to starve to death, so let's make sure we eat and drink. Ew, I'm not eating that. Guess I'll use up one of our nutrient blocks. It's kind of lazy of me to do that. I could just swim outside, grab a fish, but that's fine. Like, it's one of those things, like, this it's almost too good to use, right? Plus 75, it can never go bad. Whereas, like, compared to, like, plus 4 or whatever from this decaying fish. So, yeah, it's interesting, like, do you use this or not? And, I'm of the mindset to just, might as well just use it, right? I mean, you can't make more of them, and it's fine. Like, it'll save us from having to hunt for fish for a little while. So, it's better than holding it in your inventory forever. Alright, let's... Okay, so these are just, like, contains lead, often form around titanium and copper, distinct to this planet. Closer analysis reveals the stone around the metal has been hardened against erosion. The mechanism remains unknown. So this is probably a reference to the artificers. I think they're called artificers. God, I don't remember anymore. But basically, when they invaded this planet, the idea was they were searching the galaxy for a cure to Kara. And then they came to this water world, and they kind of just invaded and tried to take it over. And in doing so, they re-engineered, like, the genetics of a lot of the organisms, and to serve them. You know, it was like a full-on alien invasion. The artificers, like, desperately trying to cure Kara, scouring the galaxy. And spoiler alert, they didn't win. The Kara won, which is why they don't rule the galaxy anymore. Like, saying it's hardened against erosion probably indicates this was some kind of engineered bacteria left by the artificers to keep their resources stored. Because they do that, like, they kind of blend mechanical beings with organic beings and any spectrum in between the two. Kind of like The Culture, if you've ever read those books. Which I actually have never read. I need to... Okay, God, there's so much herbivores and carnivores and stuff. This will tell us... It tells you a little bit. Let's see, investigate with caution, form nest. So these things, they give you just information on how to deal with the critters and what kind of things you can expect out of them. So, like, this one, they like to, you know, take objects, and so now you know about their nest, and you can go into their nest and scan for different technologies, things like that. Then you got all the herbivores. Researcher notes don't like the auto-generated names, just ice clops. Okay. The peeper, a fast prey fish, camouflage against the ice. But the common peeper is fast and relatively intelligent, allowing to survive in large numbers. Assessment edible. And so, yeah, I'll tell you how you can use them and different, like... It's definitely worth scanning if you're having trouble dealing with a particular animal, if you can scan them, they'll probably give you a hint like, oh, it's afraid of light, or it prefers to eat this kind of fish, so you can like hold a fish in your hand and feed it, and then they'll be your friend. Huh, interesting. I didn't know that about the hoop fish. That's kind of cool. That's really cool. After the dusk and dawn, see, it gives you hints on what time of day to hunt them, that kind of thing. While schools of hoopfish will form periodically and invade predators, this behavior is more social than lone hoopfish are often found hunting for food and displaying generally curious behavior. That's kind of cool about how they swim using the hoops around to make like I guess an electromagnetic field that propels them forward. That's kind of cool. And then like flora, exploitable, one exploitable, the creepvine. And it'll tell you like, hey, you can eat it, like construction applications, that kind of thing. Most of it is just like fun little bits and bops. Harvestable fungi are worthy for the thick meaty caps. Chlorophyll, they can photosynthesize. Harvestable and plantable. Coral bridges are formed by rapidly growing coral polyps, exhibit thigmotropism. Thigmotropism, which causes growth in response to stimuli or when touching a solid object. Oh, okay, cool. Thick twisted patterns and anchor on rocks where the coral is covered in colonies of blue barnacles. That's kind of fun. Oxygen plants produces harvestable reserve oxygen. Attracts territorial air-breathing fauna, forming a symbiotic relationship. Protects the plant from herbivorous fish. Yeah. See, that's kind of that explanation works for me. You know, like I could see this happening. Like for example, like fisher spiders could potentially form something like that, like using oxygen from like a bladderwort type plant, and then making little colonies. And that's kind of cool. Anyway, they got all kinds of like little just basic information. Retreat to a safe environment, blah 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 blah. We're already doing all that. This is kind of fun. I mean, the writer did a great job, I think. High winds, rapid onset. Okay, restorative hot springs. Wearing a standard issue suit, bodies of water. Okay, so this is explaining why the freezing Arctic waters aren't freezing you to death. Like, your suit only works underwater, and it probably has a heating element that keeps you warm. Remember, pack lunch, layers, cold suit. Okay, I'll look for that cold suit then. When in doubt, don't go out. Okay. And there's more, and we'll read them as time goes by, you know, and all that. In the meantime, though, this has been, we have been a little bit over an hour, so I'm going to call this an episode. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Tomorrow, or not tomorrow, but the next episode, we can look out a little window here. I'll work on getting that compass, and we'll go out and check out this emergency supply catch situation. So before I do that, I'll make sure that I have enough, like, I'm going to get a little bit more water and some more food and stuff. Because right now, we still aren't able to, eventually you can get a knife that it's like a thermo knife. So the blade is like super hot. And if you attack a fish with it, it cooks them. So anyway, we will get going on a whole bunch of stuff next time. So basically we're going to do a lot of scanning. We're going to check out this emergency supply catch, see what's going on with that, maybe get some PDAs to listen to, you know, and just kind of work our way through the game and really appreciate just how fantastic it really is. Anyway, welcome to Subnautica Below Zero. Hope y'all enjoyed it. This is Stuart, and I am out. Cheers.